Dạ, con đã thấy Ngài vào. Con kính mời quý hội chúng cùng chắp tay đảnh lễ Ngài 3 lần ạ. Good evening, Bante. We would like to pay respect to you.
Good evening, all meditators and all Dhamma friends.
Yes, now the time for us to listen to your Dhamma talk. We would like to invite you to give us your Dhamma talk now. Thank you, Bante.
Okay, today I'm going to talk about dependent origination. To understand Mugosero's method, there are two verses. Right now, I'm going to explain one of these verses. Okay, please. Okay, this verse is pivoted on ignorance and craving. Pivoted on ignorance and craving. There arises mind and matter. Pivoted on ignorance and craving, there arises mind and matter.
Yes, Bante.
Because of clinging and becoming. Actually, pivoted on ignorance and craving, they arise mind and matter because of clinging and becoming. This is verse. But to understand this verse, I'm going to try to explain little by little. Actually, this is our life, your life. Life means, as you know, mind and matter. Mind and matter is called life. Okay. Talking about Nama Rupa, actually, Nama Rupa is 5 aggregates. You understand, Nama Rupa means in brief, Nama Rupa. And detail, Nama Rupa means 5 aggregates. Okay. Yes, Nama Rupa. Rupa is aggregate of form. That is called Rupa. Nama means there are 4 kinds of aggregates. 4 kinds of aggregates are called Nama. Aggregate of form. Rupa is called aggregate of form. 4 kinds of aggregates are Nama. 4 kinds of aggregate means aggregate of feeling, aggregate of perception, aggregate of mental formation, and aggregate of consciousness. Aggregate of consciousness. Okay, altogether 5 aggregates. Aggregate of form, aggregate of feeling, aggregate of perception, aggregate of mental formation, aggregate of consciousness. They are called 5 aggregates. Aggregate of form is called metta. Aggregate of feeling, aggregate of perception, aggregate of mental formation, aggregate of consciousness are mind. Actually, the 5 aggregate is metta and mind only. Meditator understand mind and metta, metta and mind, meditator understand. But ordinary people, for the ordinary people, metta and mind means life, human being, heaven, Brahma world, and so. Life is called metta and mind. Metta and mind means life. This is life. Okay. Okay. This is your life, our life. But for the meditators, this is mind and metta. But an ultimate truth, mind and metta, that is correct, that is right. Conventional truth, this is life. Okay, in this situation, you may understand both of them. Our life, you may understand our mind and matters. Okay, please. Okay, we have to understand ordinary and conventional truth and ultimate truth. If we understand conventional truth and ultimate truth, we can practice meditation easily. Okay. I'm going to give an example, metta and mind, concerned with this Dhamma talk. Siali Nanda Mala asked me the question, how to practice meditation based on 5 aggregates. Based on 5 aggregates, how to practice meditation. In this connection, when we practice meditation, we have to understand 5 aggregates. 5 aggregate is our meditation objects. Meditation object is 5 aggregates only. We can understand 5 aggregates. We can understand, for example, and breathing in, breathing out meditation. Breathing in, breathing out meditation. When we practice meditation on breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Breath is metta. Breath is metta. Understanding and observing. Observing is mind. Observing that breath is mind. Breath is metta. Observing is mind. Metta and mind only. Okay. Breath is metta. That is aggregate of form. Observing is mind. Mind means there are 4 aggregates. Aggregate of feeling, aggregate of perception, aggregate of mental formation, and aggregate of consciousness. They are called mind. Breath is aggregate of formation, aggregate of form. Breath is aggregate of form. Observing is aggregate of feeling, perception, mental formation, and consciousness. Observing, breath is metta. Observing is mind. That mind consists 4 minds, 4 kinds of mind. 4 kinds of mind means feeling, perception, mental formation, and consciousness. They are called mind. When you practice meditation on breathing and breathing out, breath is aggregate of form. When you practice meditation on breathing and breathing out, you may have some kinds of feeling. Oh, when you practice meditation, oh, my practice in meditation is not so bad. It's good. You may have some kinds of feeling which is clear or not clear, doesn't matter. You may have some kinds of feeling. That feeling is aggregate of feeling. Okay. When you practice meditation, you may have perception, good or bad. You may have perception. This is good, this is bad. My practice in meditation is good and bad. You have perception. That is aggregate of perception. Okay. Trying as much as you can, that is aggregate of mental formation. Okay. When you practice meditation, and you may have knowing, the nature of knowing. That the nature of knowing is called aggregate of consciousness. The nature of trying as much as you can is aggregate of mental formation. The nature of perceiving good or bad is aggregate of perception. The nature of feeling is also called aggregate of feeling. Breath is aggregate of form. When you practice meditation on breathing and breathing out, 5 aggregate is arising and disappearing at the same time. 5 aggregate is arising and disappearing at the same time. So, how to practice meditation based on 5 aggregates? You may understand very clearly in this way. Okay, this is relating to Vipassana meditation. Vipassana here means Vipassana. Vi here means especially. Passana means practice to understand. Vipassana means especially practice to understand. Okay, especially practice meditation means that especially when we practice meditation, then actually we are practicing meditation on mind and matter. Practicing meditation on phenomena. At the time, we practice meditation to see impermanence of mind and matter and suffering of mind and matter, no soul of mind and matter. In this connection, impermanence, ordinary people understand life is a permanence. Life is permanence. Ordinary people understand life is permanence. Meditator understand, life is impermanence. That is called especially. Ordinary people understand life is permanence. Meditator understand life is impermanence, anicca. Ordinary people understand life is happiness. They don't understand 5 aggregate or mind and matters. Life is happiness, they understand. But meditator understand that life is suffering, dukkha satya, because as long as we have life, we have to be old age, we have to be sickness and death. That's why life is the noble truth of suffering. Meditator understand. Ordinary people understand life is happiness. Meditator understand life is the truth of suffering. The truth of suffering. So, to understand as they really are, meditator practice Vipassana. That is called especially practicing meditation, especially. Okay, ordinary people understand we can do our life, we can do our life ourselves, we can do as we like, we own our life, we can do as we like. Ordinary people, they think so. But meditator understand, oh, this life is not our own, nothing to do with us. We can't do anything. We can't change anything. This is not our own. This is not our soul. There is no soul. Anatta. Meditator understand no soul. Anatta. Ordinary people understand atta. So this is also especially practicing meditation, from ordinary people. A meditator practice meditation especially. That is for especially practicing meditation is for Vipassana, which means especially. Vipassana means practicing meditation. Vipassana means especially practicing meditation to see differently from ordinary people. That is Vipassana meditation. Okay. Okay, this is Siali Nanda Mala's question and my answer. Siali Nanda Mala asked me when she is serving me, helping me together with within Samadhi. They help me a lot. They are serving me, helping me. While they are helping me, they ask me question. This is their question and my answer. Concerned with the mind and matter, 5 aggregates. In this connection, their question is relating to this Dhamma talk. So I'm trying to explain the question and my answer. Okay. Main point, what we have to understand is 5 aggregates. And brief, 5 aggregate means the aggregate of form, aggregate of feeling, aggregate of mental formation, aggregate of consciousness,
Perception.
aggregate of form, aggregate of feeling, aggregate of perception, aggregate of mental formation, and aggregate of consciousness. Among the 5 aggregates, aggregate of form is matter, aggregate of feeling is mind, aggregate of perception is also kinds of mind, aggregate of mental formation is also mind, aggregate of consciousness is also mind and matter only. This is 5 aggregate mean mind and matter. Mind and matter means life. This is our life according to conventional truth. This is our life. Life means mind and matter. Okay, we have to understand this is life. This is our life. What is the cause of life? What are the causes of life we have to look for according to dependent origination? What are the causes of our life according to this dependent origination that we have to look for? This is main. What are the causes of our life mean? At first, trying very hard to get this life, trying physically, verbally, and mentally. Because of trying very hard, we have this life. So the cause of our life is trying very hard. Why do we try as much as we can? Because we have clinging. We have clinging for this life. We try very hard to get this life. Why do we try very hard? Because we have clinging. We cling to this life. We have clinging. Because of clinging, and we try very hard. Why do we cling for this life? Because we have craving. We have craving for this life. Depending on this craving, there is clinging. Depending on clinging, there is becoming trying very hard. Because of trying very hard, we have this life. Why do we crave for this life? Because we have ignorance, not understanding this life is not understanding, this life is suffering, dukkha satya, that is called ignorance. Depending on this ignorance, not understanding, this life is suffering, that is called ignorance. Okay, this is our life and mind and matter, so for our life. The causes of our lives are here according to dependent origination. Why do we have this life? Because of trying very hard. Why do we try very hard to get this life? Because of clinging. Why do we cling for this life? Because of craving. Why do we have this craving? Because of ignorance. Ignorance means not understanding the Four Noble Truth, not understanding the truth. Life is suffering. We don't understand, oh, if we have this life, we have to be only sickness and death. Not understand very well. That not understanding is called ignorance, that is called avijja. Depending on that avijja, there arise craving, tanha, because of not understanding this life as it is. We have craving for this life. Depending on craving, clinging arises. Depending on clinging, becoming arises physically, verbally, and mentally, trying very hard to get this life. That is called becoming. Depending on these four causes, we have this life. This life is affected. The four are causes, cause and effect only. That is called dependent origination. This is a written by the Mogul Sierras. People did on ignorance and craving. There arise mind and matter because of clinging and becoming. Avijja, tanha, upadana, karma bhavas are causes. Mind and matter, so-called life is effect. Okay, the causes of life, among the causes of our life, becoming is the nearest cause, the close cause. Becoming, karma bhava is the nearest cause, the close cause. Because of this karma, there arise mind and matter. Because of this karma bhava, karma, there arise mind and matter. When we have this life, we do come up again, karma bhava again. We do come up of karma again. When we do this karma, we will have mind and matter again. As long as we have mind and matter, so-called life, we will do karma again. Karma bhava and mind, karma bhava and life are changing cause and effect. For example, there is tree. To become tree, we have to grow seed. The seed from the tree, when we grow that seed, become tree. When we have that tree, we can get that seed. So karma bhava and this life, our life is the same as the seed from the tree and the tree from the seed. They are goes on ad infinitum. The true fact of this process must be understood and appreciated that this is not the work of Creator or great Brahma. The true fact of this process must be understood and appreciated. You have to be understood and appreciated with wisdom. This is not the work of Creator or great Brahma. This is not because of Brahma. At the time of Buddha, some people believe in Brahma. Brahma create our life. Brahma is our creator. Something like that. They understand that. According to this diagram, no one creates our life. We have to appreciate it with wisdom. No one can create our life. In that case, who create our life? Here, karma create our life. This karma, our karma create our life. Good karma, good life. Bad karma, bad life. In that case, who is the causes of karma? There are ignorance, avijja, craving, dana, clinging, upadana. Together with these three, this karma try very hard. Because of these four causes, they arise this life. Life is effect. These are causes of our life. According to this diagram, the causes of our life are avijja, dana, upadana, karma, bhava. These four are the causes of our life. This is life. These are causes. Cause and effect only. That is called dependent origination. According to the Mogul Seller's method, these are the causes of our life. We can find out according to this diagram. Okay, this is called dependent origination. I hope you may understand dependent origination and what are the causes of our life, who create our life. You may understand very clearly according to this diagram. Okay, this is today the talk. Time is up, and okay, around 1 hour. I have to give the talk 1 hour. Told me Venerable Samadeti and Siali Nandamala. They told me around 1 hour we have to give the talk, and then we have to do closing ceremony. Okay.
Yes,
Let's
Bante.
stop just here. This is today the talk dependent origination. Okay, please.
Yes, thank you, Bante.